Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Anno 1800. This should be episode 12, I think, and today marks the release of Land of Lions. Now, actually, by the time you're seeing this won't be the release date of Land of Lions anymore, but by the time of recording, this just came out. I just finished downloading, and I can now enable or disable this content, but yeah, for sure, of course, we are going to enable it, along with all the other DLC that has been enabled. Now immediately you probably won't notice a difference, but some things have changed. We can see now that this UI at the top is a little bit different. That's something I'm noticing. Apparently you can click to change the displayed goods, so that is quite interesting. I don't know if we can add extra. Doesn't seem like we can, but that's not entirely necessary. Yeah. Some other things have changed as well, supposedly, but those are not immediately apparent to me, and I'm not going to go through all of the changes right now. So we're just going to find them as we go along, I suppose. Anyway, at this point we should be able to go to Africa by the time we reach the final... No, not the final. The engineers. Once we reach the engineers, I think, is when we get to go to Africa. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Actually, here, let's have a look. Canal to Land of Lions open. The Culysma Canal to the continent of Enbesa receives its first traffic of ships. Explorers are queuing up at the canal locks, so eager are they to explore the lands beyond. Oh yes, I can't wait to go there. It's the... Wow, we can already go there. Oh, that's a lot faster than I expected. Discover the Culysma Canal and journey to the land where lions dwell, a new region. We are definitely going to go on that. But, let's see. There is a ship here somewhere. Yeah, this one is assigned to an expedition. Now, actually, let us cut this one short. We are actually going to send this ship to the Land of Lions. Little Bastion. Now, we need navigation. Let's have a look what we need. We need diplomacy. We need faith. Faith we can get from bread, but only a little bit. So we are going to get rid of all of this, I guess, if we can. Doesn't seem like we can. I'm going to get rid of that. This one is completely full, but let's have a look what else we can do. Diplomacy is something that we need. But that's only 10. So for beer, we might take some beer, actually. That's also diplomacy 10, and we only have 10 tons of that in stock, so actually, you know what, probably bring a fool with us, I guess. Yeah, alright, there we go. And faith. Now, faith we can get from bread, I believe. Yeah, I already kind of said that, but here we go. Let's start this expedition. He's going to get what he needs, and then we're going to the Land of Lions. I had no idea. I thought it was going to be a higher population tier, but this is really cool. Alright, so yeah. As for our people, these people want a school. We could provide them with it, or they also want a church. We could also provide them with that. These guys are probably not going to go up towards artisan level, but it will provide us with a few more people. We can provide them with a church, and let's say that we will upgrade this corner. So we will build a church right there, and we can fold a road around it. Right, for happiness. And they also want to have the school. Now the school can be built right there, I guess, or next to the church. Yeah, why not? And that gives us a 1 tile space on either side where we can put some trees or ornamentation or something to make this place a little prettier. Right. Now, as for the new world, I think everything is still running smoothly. Ooh, they're so close to wanting bowler hats. Do we want to provide them with that? I don't think we do. All it takes is one house to be upgraded. Oh, look at that. These guys want a boxing arena now. We can certainly provide them with it. Yeah. Build one over here. Drag out a little road. Here and here. Oh, that's a little roundabout that we don't need. Alright, so these guys get a boxing arena. And now they also want to have coffee. Alright. Now this might be an issue because we have a trade route that is fulfilled here with a ship that can only take 2 different things. So to get the coffee back and forth, yeah, it would require another ship. Now that's not too expensive, but it is a need. It would make them happier. And like, what do we get for it? Only 2 coins. It's not that much. But then it's also a little trouble. We might as well, right? Just make another little schooner, send it on its way. Meanwhile, we are saving up for a ship of the line. We only need 1 more cannon. The camera following along is kind of nice, actually. Before that, I would just like snap to it. And you had little idea where it actually was, but now you kind of feel yourself going all over the place and you kind of get the feeling for where it is you're relatively going. So that's kind of cool. Meanwhile, the cloudburst has arrived. Very nice. And we have Mother Goose bringing some more materials. That is definitely going to go over here. And then as for the cloudburst, that is going to follow this little ship. So when the pirates declare war on us in, let's say 13 minutes, we are ready to start dealing with them. We have a repair crane. We will have cannon towers up at this island, as well as this island. That should cover each other pretty neatly. And for the one little gap that will remain, we will have a ship of the line. So any pirate that is trying to get close to us and trying to mess with us, he's going to be in for a surprise. That feels pretty good. Now we are still at a very positive balance. We are up to 92,000 gold again. So definitely I think we will want to have that second ship of the line. We might even want to keep it here to go for quests. Now actually we could try to go to Leonard von Malching and ask for a quest. He might not have one because we just did one. No. And we might offer him a gift, but ooh, 22,000. That's a lot of money, and we just paid him a ton to keep the peace because he was going to declare war on us if we did not. And that is just because I settled these islands. I have more islands now than he does, I think. Even if they are small, pretty insignificant islands, he did not like that one bit. Not one bit. Alright. So meanwhile, yeah, these guys are going to need a university, but we need to upgrade them. To upgrade them, we need more workers, we need more farmers. To get all of those things, I would say that we would also need to have yeah, more production of pretty much all the basic goods, which is a little bit annoying, but well, that's what happens. You know, you scale up, so eventually you're going to need more goods of everything. Alright, so our ship has left this map and has started the expedition proper. That is excellent news. Can we fit more houses in between here? No, we can't. Well, we could fit 2 in here and put a little road there, I guess, because that kind of just barely works out. Definitely need a lot more farmers, but we need to keep an eye on our production levels. So we are going to start building more people of everything. And then we're going to see what it does to the production levels, and we're going to balance that out before moving on to the next things. All right. This is a lot of stuff, though. Probably would be wise to start building more farmhouses around the church and the school so that we can upgrade those to the worker level. We might need another farm or a marketplace here as well. Maybe right there. I think that's wise. So that the people here get complete and full access so that we can also upgrade these houses. Oh, and they want a pub. Because this pub, where is our pub actually? Oh, there it is, yeah. Only satisfies the needs of these people, so maybe we will put a pub in here as well. Really set us up for the future. Yeah. How are we going to place that? We could just put it there, but that's kind of boring. We'll just put one down like that, I suppose. Right, and we'll make a little road around it, and then we can add some more, well, we can dress that area up a little bit more. And we'll put some more farmhouses over here. Right, so we'll put some more farmhouses over here. And then definitely we are upgrading these few farmhouses, so that we have one solid block of worker houses. They need more beer. Ah, that's the thing. Yeah. 15 tons of beer. Bread is going down. Sausages are going down. Fish is stable. Or schnapps is going up. Oh boy. We have some work ahead of us. Let's have a look. The consumer goods. Alright, so we are at this moment consuming a bit more fish than we are producing, so actually we would need another fishery. We could build that over here. Now I was kind of hoping that I could keep this area clean and just put a public mooring here. That might not be an entirely good idea though. We could just put the public mooring here as well on this wider stretch of beach. Ah, and the Devil May Care is also finished now. So let's give him a trade route. We'll go to the New World. A trade route. New World. Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? All right, so LaGuardia and Albatross. In Albatross, he is going to load coffee. He has quite a lot, but we are going to load 10 tons at a time. Unload it there. We are going to add a Devil May Care. Ah, and this is what has changed. We can now have a good look at where it is, which region. This is the New World. This is the Old World. The items it's carrying, the amount, and all of that. All right, so the Devil May Care, and we'll say NW for New World, of course. Coffee, maybe one, nah, but coffee is fine. Accept. All right, so he's going to go on his way. Meanwhile, the ship of the line is being produced. Now, do we want another fishery here? I could, but I don't really like it. We will put another fishery there. All right. Now, this warehouse is being overworked, or is going to be extremely overworked, so we might want to put in a second one here. Right? This one kind of blends in with the factories anyway, so it doesn't really look weird that we have multiple in the same place. Anyway, back to the production tab. Consumer goods. Alright, so fish is being produced adequately now. Schnapps should be produced adequately. And the workloads are going down again. We need to have another sausage thingy. Alright, so first up, let's go for the sheep farm. We had a sheep farm area up here. We could add another one. Alright, so we'll add a little road in between these two so that we can expand further. And then we'll add a... oh crap, that was a misclick on my part. We're going to connect these up properly. Now, one addition is that we could actually add a silo here if we wanted to. It would fit in there, but I'm not feeling that for the frame for the sheep pens, really. We're going to add another framework knitters here, and we're going to add a little road. And we're also going to connect up this one, but we're going to connect it up from this long road of our city. So that this keeps straight and there it just connects up like that. That's fine. Ooh, alright. They have... oh, that's a hospital. We don't have a fire station here? Seriously? What was I thinking? Build one right there, I guess. In our main city in the New World even. Alright, that reminds me, we also have the materials now to build our cannon. And let's say we will build that. And this is kind of a dead end, nobody wants to go there. Well, the same for this really, so this would be the perfect place, except the repair crane is a little bit out too much. We could bring it back ever so slightly to fit the cannon here. There we go. And this one is just following the schooner. Alright, Old World. Let us have a look. So, schnapps is even. This we are producing a little bit more than we are using right now. The sausages need some work. Bread should be even. Soap is completely full, so that's not really working at the moment. This is even now for the beer. We added one more brewery. Cannery, still doing well. Same for the sewing machines. The fur coats. Rum doesn't really... so basically what I'm looking at right now is the only thing that needs some more work is sausages. We can do that. But first, our expedition. Oh, this is new. Will it be Olispo or Al-Suk? Choose your next port of call on your voyage to Enbesa, Land of Lions. Whenever you visit a port, new ports will become available. You can also attempt to visit every single port, for example, stopping at both Olispo and Al-Suk. Great rewards may come to those who succeed in this, but remember to keep an eye on your morale. Ooh, interesting. Now we also have different icons here, and I'm not entirely sure what's the difference. This looks like a market stall. This looks like a vehicle or something. Let's go Olispo. Let's see what happens. Alright, and this is the more usual expedition screen. The lights of Olispo glimmer through the spray as your sailors hasten to secure their mooring. Music and merriment spill from the narrow streets, wafting aromas of warm bread and savory fish fresh from the tide. With a thrill of pent-up anticipation, the sailors stream off the ship and excitedly crowd onto a pristinely new yellow tram, laughing as it rickets off into the warm night, hailed loudly by festive locals. A flurry of ample sleeves turn to them genially. Boa notte, friends. Or however you pronounce that. From whence does the tide bring you? We serve Her Majesty, or lie, we hail from Il Compagnon. And we have a bonus success chance, so we're going to go for that one, even if it's a lie. Maravilloso. I have kin there. Wonderful people and hardworking to a fault. Come, we must drink. I know just the place. Follow me. Well, The sailors clamber off the tram gracelessly, unaccustomed to its peculiar rhythm, before following the man through a maze of passages lit by antique oil lamps hanging from balconies. Stopping before a low stone arch, he reaches through the overgrown ivy, pulling open an unseen door. A flare of chattering and low lights greet you, wafting dark-scented spirits and fresh roasted food. Try the pastéis de nata, our sweet secret custody pride, and of course our famous port. Alright, so we could refuse to order, or, order a generous round. Alright, so for that we would need to offer a trade. Seems like goulash, beer, and sausages. Are we trading here? Interesting. Alright, so definitely not all of it. Oh, well, it's already certain if we offer 10 tons of bread. What if we offer less? Because we kind of need it. Nah, let's not be too cheap. I don't know if the planks help, but let's just offer this in trade. A streetcar named Olispo. Your trade was accepted. The innkeeper navigates the thronged room expertly, avoiding boisterous patrons to set a large platter onto the table. Your crew swiftly attack the warm pastries, wolfing down the soft custard with aplomb, while Jose introduces a merry waltz of friends, each eager to toast the newcomers to their city. When the festivities peter out in the late hours of the night, your sailors trickle back to the ship, I guess, full-bellied, light-headed, and free of care. We will continue our journey. Now, we could go basically everywhere. We didn't lose any morale there, so I would say do this one as well. Provide extra rations and continue. Yep, only -3. That is very good. I'm curious to see what benefits we could get. Alright, sausages. I was afraid for a second there I had to do even more reading, but apparently I don't. So this was 1 minute and 1 minute, so that is good. Alright, we will add a pig farm right there. Oh. We could actually try adding the silo this time around. It would benefit only this pig farm. But that's kind of cool, so we're going to go for it. Add 2 there. That is 5 out of 5. Now, we have some empty spaces here, so I suggest we'll put in a tree to give some shade to our poor little piggies. And then we will put a slaughterhouse right next door. So most of the slaughterhouses are on this side. I would say we would add the next one here as well. Connect it up, and then maybe later on again we could get an item that benefits all the slaughterhouses in one place. And then no warehouse in range. That is weird. Ah, this thing also needs access to the road. Interesting. Alright, so if we move this thing around a little bit, could we then also, yeah, fit that one in there? And then this one will connect up to here. Now, do we actually have extra grain? Yes, we do. We will upgrade this warehouse as well, because it is a bit overwhelmed. Now, this guy is going to get grain. And once the grain is added, this pig farm will become more effective. Now, I don't remember exactly by what percentage, but that's kind of cool. Alright, so the ceasefire has ended, and now it's a good thing, after all, that we have our ship of the line here. Because he's trying to attack our little ship, who would have been defenseless. He's trying to get away now, though. Come on, shoot again, shoot again, shoot again. Yes. Damage that sucker. Nice. Alright. I'm feeling pretty safe about my situation right now. Alright, so we have this clipper. Ah, and that reminds me, we have some items over here. We have a bottlenose dolphin, an orca, a musk ox. Crap, come back. That's a bit too far. And then we'll have this ship. Yeah, we'll send the newly created ships over to the side there, I guess. There was an item for the museum. And let's look at that. Pig farm, rendering work, soap factory, and slaughterhouse. Maintenance cost plus 30%, negative attractiveness minus 25%. Now that is actually quite cool. Costs a bit more in upkeep, but well, maybe later in the game that would be nice to have. Right now I can do without it. Now we can go to the old world, and now this is another new thing. We can actually tell it to go to a specific island. Very useful. So you will go directly to Nimster because that is where our museum and zoo will be. Now, I did build that second slaughterhouse, so that's all working well. Yeah, and this is why I built the road here, is to signify the end of that. That looks kind of horrible though, so I think we're going to delete that one. And we have another thing in Expedition to respond to. So let's have a look. Palm-flanked Arabesques. You dock at a small, lively port on the northern coast. While most of your crew replenish supplies and repair the damage suffered in a recent storm, some decide to head off to explore the local souk. Streets fold and unfold into each other, bedecked in a wild array of colors and dizzyingly heady unknown scents, which so confuse your sailors that they become lost in the weave of passages. Seeing their distress, several young men in beggarly clothes offer to guide them through the maze. Ooh. Alright, shoot them off and trust your crew's instinct, plus 25%. Or examine the ragged men to find a suitable guide. Now we have this clown. This is really weird that we're using a clown on our ship to do the diplomacy for us in foreign lands. But I guess it works. But we're going to go for the higher percentage chance. It takes some observation, but your sailors soon understand that a mosaic of low-hanging cloths are arranged in specific patterns. A sharp right after a spice dealer's enthusiastic attempt to sell your crew a few years' worth of ochre and red powders leads them to a small, shadowed plaza, where two musicians are strumming many stringed sivers of rich honeyed wood. There is a peacefulness to this place that soothes your crew, and they try to engage the musicians in conversation to learn more about their culture. Gesticulate to try and convey your meaning, or, for the higher percentage chance, attempt to hail them in their native tongue. Your crew barely knows enough of the language to greet the locals, let alone carry their questions. After a few long minutes of polite puzzlement, they courteously but pointedly turn away. Frustrated, your crew retreat to the ship, hoping the next port encountered will be slightly more cosmopolitan. Alright, continue the journey. Ancient Labyrinth or the Crocodile Delta. Oh, I'm saying the Crocodile Delta. That sounds cool. And this might give us an animal, maybe. And I don't know how much is going to come afterwards. Like, this seems to be the halfway point, and then we have more choices to make. I'm not sure, but we're going to the Crocodile Delta for now. And then we'll eat some of the rations. Alright, so we have Electra, ship of the line. Alright, let's have a look. So this guy, the silo, is working at 40%. It has a processing time of 5 minutes. So it takes some... That's not the speed at which it works. It's like how far along it's to working. So it will take some grain. And then for those 5 minutes, we are at double the production. That's kind of cool. So if I'm correct, we should end up with a lot of pigs. We might be able to use them to get soap out of the one pig farm. We might need another grain farm, however, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Now, do we want to go on another expedition? We have a pirate hunt. We could send our new ship on that. I think we're safe in the new world, and we could send the Electra on that. Naval power, probability almost certain, highly likely, and likely. Alright, so crafting. We need some construction material for that. Take 40 tons. Force. Naval power. We could take 10 tons of weaponry. Maybe take... Ooh, naval power. Jaguar, 20. Might take that one out. Put the Jaguar in, because that's kind of cool. Force. What is there for force? Crafting, of course, we also need. We could take some sails. We also need rations. Take 30 tons of schnapps. So we have rations as well as medicine. It's too bad we cannot deploy a Jaguar into the item socket. That would really help. And what would provide us with force, though? Coffee, if I remember correctly, but we don't have that here, of course. Hunting, force, meat. Huh. Okay. Medicine from that. Diplomacy from champagne. Oh, that's quite nice, but we don't need it this time. Alright, we could forgo force. And just rely on naval power. We would have a lot of it. Yeah, let's go like that. It's only difficulty level 1, this pirate hunt, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, production tab. Let's have a look. This is even. We are producing more than we need for the clothes. Says -1. Schnapps, similarly. It's a bit weird. Should be even. Well, it's even. Technically, it just goes up and down a bit depending on something. The walking time, I guess. For now, yeah, I think everything is okay. Expedition requires your attention. Tomb Raiders. You are alone, seeking the fabled lost necropolis. A fable that seems just about credible, when eyeing the pale golden shimmer of the wind-swept dusk from the seat of your camel. These stories are new, that's really cool. Somewhere out there in these wastes, beyond Cyclopean basalt pillars, may lie the hoard of kings of old, and its greatest prize, the Vigil of Hor, a statue said to be made from the purest gold and inlaid with countless gems. Your stopover is a busy city on the delta, not far from the supposed site of the tombs. A young woman with an academic demeanor hails you as you cross paths in the National Museum. I have found something, she says, and seek a responsible person to help the local museum recover it. We can agree to help out of the kindness of our hearts, decline and secretly follow her in the hopes of finding the treasure, or give up on the promise of treasure and return to the ship. Well, it's only plus 4% chance, but it's the best chance we have. Reward discovered. Really. We found a very senior lecturer equipped in the town hall, affects residences, workforce plus 15%, bonus supply. Residences with the university need fulfilled are provided with variety theater. Interesting. You recognize the insignia of the prestigious House of Sands University on the young woman's lapel, an erudite scholar no doubt. Explaining at great length that she cares little for riches and only wishes to see the history of her people returned to this museum, she lays a ragged, age-tarnished map on the delicate table in a musty back office. Strange symbols abound all over it, etched over criss-crossed lines that all lead up to a city facing a jackal's head. Asiut, as mentioned in the Book of the Dead. It reads, follow the opener of paths, Anubis, the divine embalmer who holds the key to Asiut. We need to find where the trail begins. We will accept that one. Expedition bonus, diplomacy 30, medicine 10, trade archaeologist. Could we put her in a... Ah, man. We can't. But the fool is pretty shit. I might need these for future things. Let's take the fool out. Leave him behind. because he's a fool. What was he expecting? She's much better at diplomacy. We got some medicine from her as well, and she has the trait archaeologist. Definitely, it's a good trade. And like I said, the other two things we might need for future events. You recognize the insignia of the prestigious House of Sands University. Okay, yeah, we already had this one. A god's followers pray to him at his temple, surely. Or examining the map should reveal the trail. Plus 25% chance. That one. Hardly a challenge for a seasoned navigator. The trail points to an oasis at a crossroad between two mountainous hinterlands where, legend has it, one of the entrances to the underworld lies below the water. Dark orange cliffs cast a soothing shadow over the oasis, accompanied by the joyous din of traveling merchants, wanderers, and treasure seekers. You look up to a high cliff and can't help but wonder where a death-defying leap into the water would take you. Definitely that one, take a leap of faith. The ascent is steeper than you had anticipated, and the sheer drop equally intimidating. You stare down at the waters and a strange faintness comes into your heart. Your breath deserts you as trembling seizes your limbs. The rocks surrounding the basin far, far below seem jagged and cruel, and you can almost hear them calling to you, yearning for a taste of your flesh, of your marrow. Sometime later, you find yourself struggling back down the cliffside. Stopping to take a drink from the waters, you realize how tired you feel, and decide it's probably best if you rejoin the rest of the expedition. Alright, so continue the journey. We didn't get anything from that, I guess. We still have a lot. Set on Juanito. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. We still have a lot of morale. We're going to that one as well. Take the rations and continue. Now, Bente settled an island somewhere, but it's not in the notifications. It's in the New World. But yeah, I don't really care about that too much. Actually, maybe I do care. What did she settle? Not this island. We need to settle that island. Alright, actually, we are going to take some of these production materials, construction materials, and we are going to settle that island. Now, Leonard is going to be extremely pissed at us, but I don't really care, because this island has things we need. Ooh, Bente. Well, there go your charitable donations. Sad to say. Alright, so yeah, definitely that is one island we need to settle, because I need to have access to tobacco and the pearls. It can self-sustain itself with plantains. Unfortunately, we do have rum that needs to come from somewhere else. These guys are running low on rum. They have plenty for now, but the stores are empty. We need to produce more. We have plenty of people. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Could we fill in? Yeah, I don't think we can actually fit another one of those fields in here. So we're going to end up filling up this little back corner. It's hard to see what I'm doing with all those trees, but we are connected. All right, fill up that area. And that's it. All right, so at that point, we would need another rum distillery, which I will place over here. We could even turn it like that. All right, so we'll turn it like that. Now at this point, are we producing wood? Yes, we are still producing enough wood. So these should be continuing to produce normally. All right, so this one has loaded up. we have more than enough. So basically the problem here is the trade route. We need to load more. 4 tons of rum for all the people that we have there. Let's say 10 times per run. And then pretty quickly, yeah. This one is bringing coffee back and forth. Ah yeah, the devil may care. That was the beginning of the episode. These people want to have access to a boxing arena. They kind of have it. These ones we're going to ignore for now. And these people over here, they need ponchos. Oh, the ponchos are running out. All right. 1 and 1, we need a few more houses. Let's say 10 and 30, so we need 40 people. We have 20. Yeah, add those houses. Now we'll have an alpaca farm. Just place it there like that. Ooh, we could even do the same thing with the... Interesting. Now what would you need? Corn, of course. And then a poncho darner, we'll place that one right there. And my voice is getting tired. I've recorded 3 episodes today. And it's quite a lot to read all of these stories. The Ancient Labyrinth, what is that? You have a picture in there. A woman and a bull. This looks like India, no? Inspired by India, maybe? Alone in the darkness, they cannot hear her cries. Deep beneath this pleasant island of lavender and thyme, she has fallen to a musty, airless pit. She gathers herself and remembers the few safety matches left in her pack. You are her, she is you. Lighting a match, you are dumbstruck by a many-frescoed room, venerable and forgotten. A woman with a bull is the centerpiece. The great beast seems so vulnerable under her caress. The outline of a majestic horned door faces north, while the more humble passage heads southward. Oh. Well, the bull seems nice. Let's enter the grand horned door. An opening in the ground is slowly drawing in sludgy water from all parts. A fountain, perhaps? A ship dominates a large fresco on the wall. You wonder if it ever managed to return from its voyage unscathed. A large door with a familiar pattern opens to the south. You turn to face it when you notice a second, smaller door to the west. A soft hiss. The wind, perhaps, seems to be coming from it. Oh boy. Alright, so we have... this is a very old trireme, isn't it? Greek? Egyptian? Egyptian, probably, yeah. The second smaller door to the west seems safer. Let's head west. You push the broken door open. Something on the floor glistens not far off. Reflected sunlight? You close the distance hurriedly before realizing with horror that it was no light but a snake, long and sinister. All around you its brethren sliver curiously out of countless unseen nooks. You take a terrified step backward and hear an angry hiss. You almost stepped on one. Oh crap. That was definitely not the right option. We could advance stealthily or stomp the ground with all your might. This is where we needed the force to come in. A moment's hesitation or fear, or was it fear, was enough for the irritated snake. It lunges at your thigh, latching onto it with long fangs. Gritting your teeth with pain, you tear it out, twisting its wiry neck before throwing the corpse towards a far wall. As its brethren slither towards it, intrigued, you slip across the room to a dais, sporting twin staircases, facing away from each other, under a large fresco of a young woman passing a ball of thread to a young man. Okay. Descend the uneven steps or head east. I don't see the steps referenced here anywhere. Descend the uneven steps. Head east. Descend the uneven steps, I guess, away from the snakes. A gaping chasm stares up at you, where the floor has collapsed into a distant cave far below. A smoke-tarred beam, narrow and aged, stretches over the pit to the other side. Keep your back straight and swiftly cross the beam. Crouch and crawl along the beam. That one seems smarter. You kneel down on the edge of the beam and crawl painfully across its dark, narrow surface. There is the slightest of creaks before the beam gives way, rotten and broken by ages, and you fall into the darkness. Come on. The tumble is shorter than expected, however, and you promptly find yourself, bloodied and bruised but alive, facing a tall door. Chestnut wood, half faded, supports an alarmingly lifelike carving of a bull's head. A cavernous rumbling, or is it growling, seeps in from behind the door. Open the door, it's the only choice we have. Darkness there and nothing more. Footsteps echo against a distant, vaulted ceiling. You reach for a light and find one match left. One match, and then darkness. Yeah, strike the last match. We need to know what's going on here. A dusty ochre light reveals a wide room with ornate frescoed walls, the most striking of which is a contest between a hero and a beast, half man, half bull. Your eyes widen. A sudden growl surges into a roar behind you. You shrivel to face it, but a powerful breath smothers the feeble flame at your fingertip. Ooh, that's pretty scary, man. You have just enough time to distinguish the flared nostrils and sharp horns of a colossal bull before the darkness swallows you. Stand absolutely still. Flee, fool. Oh boy. Stand absolutely still. Reward discovered. We got something. You hold your breath, not daring to make a sound. Silence seeps through the shadows. After an eternity, you dare to stretch out your hand and feel for the beast. Your fingers find cold stone, tracing a jawline, then an eye. A statue, lifelike to a fault and of the finest craftsmanship. You discover that the brackish warm air, gushing in from a hidden aperture in the wall on which it is set, is being amplified ingeniously by the marmoreal beast's mouth. A momentous discovery. An entire civilization, a hidden culture, a forsaken sanctuary, an epic for the ages. Thrilled, you reach behind the creature's neck to a glimmer of light and pry open the brittle wall to emerge into the fresh air of the day. Rare, equipped in a museum, bullhead rifle, yes, accept that one. What will we leave behind? Diplomacy. We cannot. I so wish we could put this in an item socket, but we can't. We need the rations to keep morale, though it's getting less and less good, but I guess we have to get rid of the timber. We're not leaving the bullhead behind. The Ancient Labyrinth. That's it. Continue your journey. Alright, go to the Culysma Canal. There is still much talk of the sailor lass and the thyme-scented islands, but where next? Okay. Did I miss something? Oh crap. And this guy just arrived. Build a trading post. And now we're going back to protecting that one. We need it, seems like. Oh, okay. He likes us even less again. But we did blow up a ship. Alright, so when we pass by, we're picking that up. Man, these quests are quite long. And we've been playing for a while again already. Like, I really wish to finish the expedition this episode. But I don't think I can. Ooh, 12 tons of weapons. That is really good. We can build another cannon with that. Actually, we might build a cannon. Here. Can we though? 40 tons of wood, 40 tons of bricks, and 10 tons of weapon. Okay, yeah, so we need a bit more. We can definitely get what we need from this island, however, so that's good. Alright. I think it's about time to put a cut in here. These people seem to have everything that they need. Schnapps is going down. That's interesting. Beer is stable, but also kind of going down. We need another thing to fix that. We will upgrade this building. Missing goods. They miss... Oh, interesting. First of all, we'll unload this one. What about hops? Crap. Come on, yeah. See, this is why we needed the ship of the line. This is their target of opportunity. Only for a short window. But it's still a window. Alright, so 40 tons of that. We needed a few tons of this. Yeah. Alright, so we are going back to our new island. This ship will be repaired by our crane. These guys won't dare to get any closer to our island. So it's just this small window that needs to be protected, and we cannot put a cannon there. Offers you a non-aggression pact for 80,000, but then for 5 hours he won't attack me. Oh, it's steep. That's really steep. But yeah, he doesn't like me a lot. This would have definitely led to war, me being greedy with this island. So for sure, yeah, it's a lot of money. We're down to 25,000 from the 100,000 that we had, but now for 5 hours we're going to be safe from him, and he likes us quite a bit more, which is, yeah. Let's see if we can flatter him. Oh crap, yeah, that really doesn't work, the flattering with him. No, I don't have the stuff I need, the charisma to make that work. All right, so we are going to build a cannon in this harbor, and then we're going to be putting a cut in this video unless something else happens. All right, yeah, so definitely we need to have this ship to protect the smaller ships. All right, city becomes uglier. Yeah, sure, why not? And this, we will use this to build a cannon. Like that. Boom. Now this one goes into our harbor. That is very stupid. He will not survive that. And that's almost the extent of the threat of the pirates in this area. Come on, shoot that thing out of the water. Oh man, we drop another bit of stuff here. That is good. And the last pirate ship here is just a small one. Alright, let's go to the expedition one more time. This will be a long video, but here we go. The Culysma Canal. The explosion scattered debris across the canal. As your helmsman carefully steers into the nascent Culysma Canal, a deafening blast ahead of you sends most of your crew sprawling across the deck. The initial shock overcome, they rush to their stations and pull the ship into a crawl, bringing it to rest mere feet away from the listing, flame-wrecked carcass of a ship. Doubtless, it will be days before all is cleansed and navigation can resume. One of your sailors furrows their brow. Ain't it odd that there ain't no one in the water? Odd indeed. In fact, there's no trace at all of the exploded ship's crew. An irresistible mystery. Observe the records for information, or request the ship records from the canal authorities. Yeah, that one. It takes some persuasion, but you convince the officials to let you look into the cargo report for the ship. It reads FS Deux Frères H from Aquiana, cleared for crossing this day. Upholstery and tools. NTD, nothing salient, yet something feels off. And your sailor quickly remembers. FS, is that not an imperial prefix? Then why register the ship as foreign? Slowly it dawns upon you. Assuming this is no mistake, does it not imply deliberate sabotage by your own countrymen? It may have implications for the crown if you were to inform the locals. Our loyalty is to the queen. These people have a right to know. Yeah, no, I'm not that nationalistic. These people have a right to know. It is a difficult decision to make, but your crew decide to share the information with the Culysma authorities, believing no loyalty should take precedence over righting an injustice. The canal master thanks your captain profusely, commending his honesty and insisting that your crew be rewarded for their integrity. Before taking his leave, your captain extracts a promise from the grateful official that no mention will be made to anyone as to the source of the information. Alright. To the savannah or to the holy city? I don't like holy cities. Let's go to the savannah, man. Alright, provide extra rations. This... Oh, yeah. We need to destroy that ship. Maybe we can blast it out of the water before it goes. One more... Yeah, and then we'll turn the ship. We might be able to get another blast off. Ah, there it goes. We'll pick that up. But I am going to be putting a cut in here. It's been long enough. No, we're not doing that. First of all, I don't have the money. You don't have the ships to be all that threatening to me. So, no. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully by the next episode, we will have arrived in Enbesa. Oh, 20 tons of weapons. That is amazing. That is really good. Anyway, see you guys later.